The impacts of climate change on American society have become increasingly apparent and far-reaching. The United States, like many nations around the world, is grappling with the multifaceted consequences of a warming planet. These effects touch virtually every aspect of life, from the environment and economy to public health and social dynamics. At first, we will thoroughly discuss about environmental impacts which cause extreme weather events. One of the most visible and immediate effects of climate change in the USA is the increased frequency and intensity of extreme weather events. In 2024, we're witnessing more powerful hurricanes along the Atlantic and Gulf coasts, prolonged and severe droughts in the Southwest and parts of the Midwest, intense heat waves across the country, breaking temperature records, unprecedented winter storms, and polar vortex events in the Northeast and Midwest. These events are straining emergency response systems, infrastructure, and community resilience across the nation. Second most important sea level rise coastal areas, particularly in states like Florida, Louisiana, and parts of the eastern seaboard, are experiencing accelerated sea level rise. This is leading to increased flooding during high tides and storm surges, erosion of beaches and coastal ecosystems, saltwater intrusion into freshwater aquifers, displacement of coastal communities. The economic and social costs of adapting to or retreating from rising seas are becoming a significant burden for affected regions. How can we ignore economic impacts? Agriculture and food security. The agricultural sector is facing significant challenges due to climate change, altered growing seasons and crop yields, increased pest and disease pressure on crops and livestock, water scarcity in key agricultural regions, more frequent crop failures due to extreme weather events. These factors are contributing to food price volatility and raising concerns about long-term food security. Energy sector transformation. The energy landscape is rapidly evolving in response to both climate change impacts and mitigation efforts. Increased demand for cooling during hotter summers, straining power grids, reduced efficiency of thermal power plants due to higher temperatures and water scarcity, accelerated transition to renewable energy sources like solar and wind, growth in the electric vehicle market, and associated infrastructure. This transformation is creating new job opportunities but also disrupting traditional energy sector employment. Tourism and recreation are under threat. Climate change is altering the tourism and recreation landscape. Shorter winter sports seasons in many areas, changes in park visitation patterns due to extreme heat or wildfire risk, impacts on coastal tourism due to beach erosion and harmful algal blooms, new opportunities for last chance tourism to see endangered ecosystems. These changes are affecting local economies that rely heavily on tourism revenue. Public health impacts, heat-related illnesses. As temperatures rise, public health officials are dealing with increased cases of heat exhaustion and heat stroke, higher mortality rates during heat waves, particularly among vulnerable populations,